Hey there, Facebook. Welcome to the live show today. Let's have a coffee. Let's chill. Let's get some stuff done today. So today, what I'm going to be talking to you guys about is two elementary psychological triggers that you can use in your marketing to increase your conversions by up to 40%. There's some statistics done through a multitude of different data companies throughout the world, private companies, as well as business schools, etc., all around the world, across the US and the UK. And a lot of it comes down to these two psychological traits that you can use in your marketing to be able to acquire and also increase the amount of conversions that you're getting by up to 40%. So tune in today. We're going to be talking about this a little bit more in depth. As you're tuning in, like and share the stream. Just like, share the stream so more people can hear this type of information that we're going to be sharing today. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to marketing, they seem to think, and we did an interview the other day with a guy, the name of JT Fox, and this guy, he spent millions and millions and millions in marketing, right? Millions of dollars he spent on marketing, this guy. And, you know, he's had a lot of exceptional campaigns that have just run so well that's absolutely just kicked ass. And then he's had other campaigns that just flopped. He actually shared in the interview he spent $6,000 on marketing and he got one conversion from a recent campaign that he run throughout this whole coronavirus situation that's going on in the world. And, you know, this is a guy, right, that has a really, really big brand, like massive brand, a couple of 100,000 followers, right? So you would go massive brand, lots of followers, doing incredibly well in business, does hundreds of millions of dollars in business, right, per annum plus. And he spends $6,000 on a marketing campaign and he doesn't get results, right? He gets one conversion. $6,000, he would not have been selling a $6,000 course plus as part of these campaigns that he was running, right? And for a lot of people, like, you can spend a lot of money on marketing really, really fast if you do not have strategy, you do not have these couple of psychological traits in place, and using other elemental psychological triggers in your marketing to be able to, you know, convince and also get your clients to not only just opt in as a lead, but also get them to buy, right? And it's great to get leads. However, if you're not getting conversions, like, your business is not going to be growing, right? And he also shared on the interview, he shared that everything that you run from your marketing is a campaign. All elements. It's not just your lead gen front end, the marketing you're paying for and things like that, or hoping and praying that you're going to get some referrals, or you're just going to post on social media and all of a sudden you're going to get a shit ton of people come to you and want to do business, right? With everything, there is a campaign. And I know there's a lot of people on social media at the moment. I'm noticing a trend. You know, people are saying build a 6-figure or 7-figure business organically, right, on social media. And that's all good and great. However, a lot, like, when we talk it organically, it's a very slow process, right? And you can use these two psychological traits to be able to increase what you are doing organically. And I'm not saying don't do organically, because you should still be doing organic on your social media. Hence, and this is all organic, right? We don't get huge numbers of views. However, we do have an entertained audience there of people. And you've got to really understand and entertain what you have before you can have hundreds of thousands of people on your social media platform. And we don't rely on this organic side of things. But what we do use is we do use these two psychological, elementary psychological triggers in our marketing to be able to accelerate the growth and increase conversions. Because it was no mistake that, you know, when we have conversations with people, that our process that we use closes 40% of people as a bare minimum, right? It's no mistake that that happens. There's there's some processes, there's some strategies, there's some ideas, there's some psychology that goes into all of the process that I want to help you guys with as well. So it's easy to get leads on social media. However, it's the other parts to the process that make so much of a difference when it comes to running campaigns, when it comes to running marketing, when it comes to doing what you're doing organically, when it comes to scaling your business, right? So you got two options. You can do it the slow way organically, or you can do some paid advertising, and you can use a lot of this psychological triggers within your marketing and what you're currently doing at the moment to be able to accelerate the results. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm just giving you little 1%ers, things like that you can do, you can utilize to grow, to scale, to up level what it is that you do to get better results. And at the moment, we're doing some cutting, we're doing some editing, and we're doing some strategy around this for not only our own campaigns, but we're looking at all of our clients' campaigns, gathering assets to be able to take this whole side to a whole new level. And the first real psychological trigger that you must have within your marketing as well is, and I talk with you guys a lot about all of this too, right? And some of you might go, yeah, I know this, I know these elements. However, to know and not to do is just not to know, right? And I was speaking with my fitness coach about it the other day, right? He says, Jarrod, you're not doing enough exercise. It's good to do just the gym. However, the gym is like 1% of your week, right? There's so much of it spent sleeping. There's so much of it spent, sitting down, eating, all this type of stuff. However, 3 1-hour sessions at the gym per week, when there's like 158 hours or 40 or whatever it is in every single week, it's not going to help you get to fitness goals. There's a vast difference between somebody that does, there's a vast difference in someone that does 3,000 steps a day to someone that does 12,000. Vast difference, right? And in terms of marketing, the same thing relates. If you know, and it's like, I know I should be doing 10,000 steps a day. I know. But to know and not to do is not really to know. Otherwise, I would be doing it, right? So I know that I should be doing 10,000 steps a day. He's told me several times that I should be doing 10,000 steps a day. However, I'm still not doing it, so I just don't know, okay? And this is the first element of psychology that you guys have got to be putting through all of your marketing campaigns is the element of social proof. Now, social proof, what is social proof? Social proof is an elementary part of psychology where, it's not only just you talking about your product and how great it is, it's getting other people to start talking. What happens when other people start talking? They start sharing things organically themselves. They start sharing things, just posting on their social media. They start sharing your campaigns, your paid marketing, right? They start sharing all of this out. They start engaging more, and they start listening a lot more when it comes to putting social proof through your campaigns. So using things like video, using things like, reviews, that type of stuff that you have got, using specifics around that. And you can use things like, I wasn't going to talk about this particular part of it, psychology today, however I will. It's the curiosity bias, right? So it's like curiosity tendency bias of, if someone was to say, like, we've got reviews like this, and one of them's in our reviews here on Facebook that you can check out after this. Jarrod has completely changed my whole business. I couldn't have done this without him. So using something like that as a post, as a copywriting technique with a link to be able to, that someone can click, creates not only the social proof by having her sort of what she said there, however, in addition to that as well, using that as like a curiosity thing. It's like, okay, what did this person do? The curiosity tendency bias, right? So I'm going to be giving you 3 now today. It comes to me, so I'd prefer to just share it with you. So using the social proof bias, you're using the curiosity tendency bias, those 2 elements within one campaign is super phenomenal, right? There's been statistics done by many companies on this, right? And what a lot of the statistics from a lot of these data companies have come up with is 40% of people say they've purchased a product online after being, it's being used by an influencer on social media, after it's being used by an influencer on social media. So what does that say? That says you can increase your marketing, right? Your conversions process of your marketing by up to 40% just by having some sort of influencer, just by having somebody like use your product and say, hey, I got results. And when you create new products, this is what you do. When you create new products, you create social proof, you create case studies, and you must always be working on this within your business. For us, right, every now and then we put a post out saying, hey, we're looking for case studies. We're looking for new people who want to achieve XYZ result in so many days, okay? We're looking for case studies. Recent one was Beck Thompson, right, who runs a company called The Relationship Circle, helps couples bring the spark back in their relationship. Less than a week, using our marketing methods, she did 104 leads. What the fuck? Another client of ours just recently, I cannot use their names because I haven't asked permission yet. However, 121 leads, less than a week. The spend on that was just under $200, and they did $13,000 from their webinar, right? Untouched. There was no touch points or anything there, okay? They didn't jump on a phone or anything. It was just done through marketing automation, marketing strategy, sales strategy. There's so many other elements, even of psychology that we use through it. We use these triggers of psychology as well, which was, as I've said, the social proof side, people that have used the product, got results, very happy with it, and they actually did some stuff with some big influencers in that space. And this is a very niched market too, by the way. And these influencers are followed by people, hungry people who want to learn the art of what it is that they teach, okay? So am I saying that you're going to do any of this? No, I'm not saying you're going to do any of this. I'm more so using this today, these little examples, to be able to impress upon you, not to impress you or anything, but just to impress upon you the fact that if you use these first two elementary psychological triggers to start with, it's going to have so much more of an effect on your marketing. So social proof, and also what was the other one that I was talking about there before? I'm sorry, I've spoken about so much just in that one element there. I've completely forgotten about what that one was because I didn't plan to talk about that one. I planned to give you a different one. Okay, so my apologies. Go back, listen to it. So that's the first two elements. Okay. The next, curiosity tendency bias. That's what it was. Sorry, the curiosity tendency bias. That's what it was. So, and I gave you a specific example of how, we could use that particular part of psychology to then amplify our marketing, and how you could potentially have something quite similar that you could use in your marketing, right? So that was number two. Number three is within your marketing using different types of elements throughout all of it, right? So it's like you've got your curiosity side, you've got your social proof side. Now it's like, how can I use using the likability bias within all of our marketing campaigns to create like, because people buy from people they like, okay? And like on social media, there isn't enough of all of this either, because a lot of people are using like just straight cold marketing strategy and things like that, but they're not bringing into it any elements of the likability bias as well, because at the end of the day, people do buy from people they like. So you want to be using within your marketing ways to be able to re-engage and continue to engage people in what you do, and specifically around creating that likability, creating that relationship. So if you look at what we do, right, is, you know, we've got the streams that we're doing regularly with all of you guys, and we're engaging with you guys, we're answering questions, we're helping you guys in terms of different particular strategies, and you know, if you've got questions, we're going to help you answer those questions. All of these different elements that are coming into it as well. So it's like, and there must be a human touch to a lot of your marketing as well, right? So if you look at a lot of the likability bias as such, and when you've got 2 to 3 elements of one psychological trick of psychological triggers within your marketing, right? It's literally a done deal, right? You've got a product then that actually will convert like crazy, right? Like absolutely just convert like crazy, which is what we've done with other products, right? So that's why we choose like to run things like events, webinars, trainings, these types of things as well, because they engage. They create a likability bias, right? Within the whole overarching strategy, right? So you guys have got to really give some deep thought into how you can go about putting a lot of this into your marketing, right? And if it's something that you don't quite understand at this stage, it's okay. I didn't understand it a lot when I first started. If you look at psychology and behavioral, cognitive behavior. I've studied a lot of things around psychology and cognitive behavioral therapy, many different elements of different types of books on influence. I'll show you this particular book here. It's called Presuasion by Robert Cialdini, right? A guy in Italy, very renowned guy in the psychological field, right? This was an international best-selling book. It's a revolutionary way to influence and persuade, right? And it's persuasion. It's before, right? That's before somebody comes to you. That's the persuasion behind it all, right? So it's like your body language, the way you speak, the way you articulate what it is that you do, right? Using the likability bias, right? And other elements of it as well, right? Like reciprocity, and there's so many different elements of psychology, right? That you can use, and it's just little things that you can do as well. Like when you have meetings with people, when you work strategy with people, right? Like our whole, like, if you look at, like, because a lot of people, right, they come to us and they go, oh my God, you've given us, just like even from our warrior scale sessions that we do with people as well, people, like, there's elements of psychology that goes through all of that as well. And it's when you're building your marketing strategy, when you're building your sales strategy, when you're building all of these elements as well, right? And JT Fox spoke about this in our interview with him as well. And we're talking about a guy that does hundreds of millions of dollars, right? He's spent millions and millions of dollars on marketing, right? So he's done all of this, right? He worked a lot of things out on trial and error. And for a guy like him to be able to sit down and start talking about a lot of this as well is like, you know, there's more to marketing that goes into a campaign than we actually realize. It's not just, you know, marketing is attention to get a lead, right? And then there's other elements of marketing that goes in after that you must utilize within the whole strategy, right? So like everything that we do, absolutely everything has a part to play. Everything else has a touch point, right? There's other elements to the psychological process. Like it takes 5 to 7 times for someone to really get something, 5 to 7 touch points for someone to opt in, 5 to 7 touch points for someone to buy. And that's even getting higher and higher and higher now as well, right? There's been many companies that are doing a lot of research into all of this as well. This is why you got to keep on the cutting edge of everything. You got to keep on the cutting edge of psychology, marketing, trends, what's working, what's not working, right? Understanding people, understanding your buyers. Become there's 2 things. It doesn't matter what your business is. You are two things. You are a data company and you're a marketing company, right? There's no such thing as an agency doing your marketing, right? And you're a business that does, coaching, or you're a business that does, coffee or whatever it is. Your business is your marketing. Your business is a marketing company as well, right? Because you're only as good as your marketing. And it's these two psychological triggers, or actually three, that I've shared with you today as well, because I just share what comes to me, and whatever comes to me, then you guys reap and receive as part of it as well. And all of these streams, everything that we do is just all based around you guys to help you guys move forward, right? So that's what it's all about. So I hope you guys are having a coffee with me this morning as well. Just the tail end of my coffee. And yeah, and I hope you're getting lots from it too. I don't want these, as I said, I don't want these videos that I do for you guys to, all of these videos for you guys to just be another video that you watch on social media, right? It's about learning, it's about upgrading your skills, and it's about implementation. One of my good friends, I had a bit of a look into his business that he's running and stuff like that with his pivot as a result of a lot of this COVID thing. And he was running a lot of it beforehand as well and starting it up. However, one of his companies talks about, I can't remember the name of it, but he talks about the millionaire trait is implementation. The number one millionaire trait is implementation, okay? And these guys, they've done millions in property, they've done millions in business, okay? So I would take what they say very, very true, because I look at the successful business owners and I look at the non-successful business owners, and the bit that's missing is implementation. They spend so much time in limbo going, what's my strategy? What should I do? How should I do things? And we asked JT Fox as well this on our interview the other day. And he said, Serena asked him, what do you think separates the successful business owner to non-successful business owner in their marketing? And he said, well, it's quite simple. We were doing this interview by this point, it was about 9:30 at night. He said, it's late. It's late there. You guys are up. You're here. You've shown up. You're doing the work. And, this is the first element. It's work ethic, right? It's implementation. It's doing the work. It's outworking everybody else, right? And if you look at him, he said, we asked him another question. We said, and we'll share this interview with you guys as well, snippets of it, because this is going to a platform with people who have been interviewed in this platform, like Mark Wahlberg, and I think Arnold Schwarzenegger, like some big stars, big people within this particular side as well, who have been interviewed in this particular vault this is going behind. I'll see if we can get you guys a snippet of that as well. It's part of our marketing funnels and strategy show, which we're going to be launching and going to be moving this into potentially a podcast as well. Okay, so that's mine and Serena's show. We'll be sharing you guys some details on that as well, coming up really, really soon. And hopefully we can share that interview with you as well. I've got to ask Serena if that's okay. So guys, that's it for today. Have these three, I said I'd give you two, I ended up giving you three elementary psychological triggers in your marketing to improve your conversions by up to 40%. You use these particular strategies, you use these particular triggers in your marketing, you'll find that it will give you it'll make a massive effect. We've seen people literally like, third or half or even third their marketing spend per acquisition of a lead by using these particular triggers in it. And they're very, very simple little things that you can use that just make so much more of a profound difference as well. So that's what it's all about. The little 1%ers. I find a lot of the time we look at someone's marketing campaigns and what they've run, we can change little bits, little tiny tweaks. little tiny, tiny tweaks, and we can halve their marketing spend like that, right, per acquisition of a lead. And then by using other elements within our email marketing and automation and processes and things like that in the background as well, it can make then an even bigger difference as well in terms of the conversions. And it's all about getting an overall picture, overall strategy, overall system in place, which is not just the lead gen on the front end as well, right? So that's it for today. What I want you guys to do is like and share the stream. Share your thoughts as well, okay, into the comments. The people that interact the most in all of these videos, right, that I do run are the people that get the most from it. And they're the people that actually move forward faster. It's the thing. And the people that hang around us for the most are the ones that get the biggest results in their campaigns. It's the people that stick around for a month or 2 weeks that just, come in looking for magic bullets and stuff like that and don't do anything. They're the people that just stay where they are and they never ever move forward, right? So the longer you hang around, the more that you implement, the more that you do, the more that you take the advice, the more that you implement the advice, more importantly, the more results you guys are going to see. And look, if you're here and you're hungry to take action and you're hungry to do things, comment below. Let us know that you're hungry, as Les Brown says. Make sure you're hungry. You've got to be hungry. And that's what it's all about. So hungry for information, hungry to take yourself to a new level, hungry to actually interact in all of the live streams so you can get more from it as well. So thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Remember this one thing. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. And remember to be the warrior. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Speak to you soon.